Here we have a couple of really fantastic California Clovis Biface Cash Blade Paleo Story Stone Face and Mammoth Effigies. Just absolutely stunning. You can see the edges and the shape are practically identical. This one was found, is made of volcanic glass, and it was found by Lady Nellie Thompson on her property at Mount Shasta. She dug this up on her property in the late 60s at Mount Shasta, California. When Dr. Michael Gramley held this particular piece in his hand while he was visiting me here at the house, he called it a Clovis scraper. And to which I replied, well, yes, it's in the form of a Clovis scraper, but it's actually a cash blade, and to which he agreed. This is an outstanding mammoth effigy with that hole right there being the eye of the mammoth. That hole was a bubble in this volcanic glass, naturally occurring volcanic glass. It's been tested by several laboratories now with XRF testing, X-ray fluorescence testing, and they've all confirmed that this is naturally occurring glass. It's not slag glass, and it's all been flaked in paleo times. This is indicative of a Clovis, this big, broad, outre-passé type flaking. This is not unifacial on this side, but close to it. It has been etched right above the mammoth's eye. You can see the hair has been etched into the volcanic glass. And we believe that that was probably done with quartz crystals. I've tried it, I've experimented with it with quartz crystals, and it does etch this glass very nicely. But we also have a wonderful face image right here. This is a terrific face. This bubble here is the eye, the nose, and the mouth down here, which has all been flaked away there and mainly flaked on the other side. So we're viewing this from mainly the non-flake side. Just beautiful periwinkle blue glass that just shimmers and changes colors. This was precious material for our Paleo Indian friends. So precious that they did not make utilitarian ware. They did not make spear points, knives, anything out of this glass except for these paleo effigies. That's how much they revered this material. And it's found in West Java, Indonesia, in the volcanic area. It's found in volcanic dry creek beds in Arizona. It's found at Mount Shasta, and it's being currently mined out of lava flows in China. But this is just outstanding workmanship. There we have that mammoth facing right. Beautiful, beautiful face right there facing left. And then when we hold it this way, now we have the baby mammoth. This is the exaggerated eye of the baby mammoth, and the baby mammoth is now facing left right here. That's a baby mammoth, and that's a face with an eye and a nose and a mouth looking up from the back of the mammoth, which is typical iconographic imagery when it comes to Paleo Story Stone. And then we have the hair tuft up here. That's been engraved as well. They did a lot of etching on these stones. I discovered this etching on flake stones when I discovered these effigies in October of 2020 in the Mojave Desert, made out of agate. Now you see that that's all been beautifully flaked by our paleo ancestors. This is a Clovis biface. It just happens to be made, it's a cash blade, just happens to be made out of volcanic glass. Here we have some wonderful etching that they did there. That's some real heavy grooving there. And that's a mammoth now facing left with the eye up here. And then when we turn it this way, we have that wonderful baby mammoth now facing off to the right with its eye right there. That's outstanding. And then when we turn it this way, now we have a face looking off to the right, and that's the hair on top of the head of the face that's been engraved. Unbelievable workmanship. This is Clovis workmanship, and this is a Clovis Paleo Cash Blade Story Stone Effigy. Now this one was found by Rich Dempsey, yours truly. I found this on the ancient banks of the Owens River, ancient Owens River, just outside of Bishop, California. And this is a wonderful Clovis. See the outrepasse flaking right there is a dead giveaway. Large percussion flakes on this side, and I found it this face up. So it was kind of hidden amongst the caliche laden soil. And so we're not going to see as much detail on this part, which is more flaked over here. This is the biface, Clovis biface, but it's also an effigy. And what we have here is this eye has been purposefully etched in there. We have some hair that's been etched into the obsidian. They etched volcanic glass, they etched obsidian, they etched petrified wood, agate, they etched citrine crystal, big time. They etched rose quartz crystal, big time. They etched a lot of flake stone material. And I was fortunate enough to discover that type of workmanship when I discovered these effigies in October of 2020. Here's the eye. This is the mouth that's been intentionally flaked out down here with a face looking off to the left. That's the young face. We have another face. This is the eye, the nose over here, and the mouth down here, looking off to the right. And when we hold it this way, now we have a mammoth image facing off to the right with the eye of the mammoth right up here, right up there. That's a mature mammoth. That's been pecked in there, right there, flaked right in there, big time. And this has been etched as well. This is a mammoth facing right with its eye up here and its big sweeping trunk. And then we have another face. Well, we've seen that face there. No, this is the eye and the mouth down here of the face looking off to the right, and another face looking off to the left. And we have another mammoth image here looking off to the left. And of course, we've seen this face, the young face with the flake mouth down here. But this is a wonderful obsidian piece that I found on the surface a mile outside of Bishop, California, not more than a mile and a half, 2 miles for sure, along the banks of the ancient Owens River. And this edge work here, you can see that beautiful edge work on this piece. That's Clovis, because you can see that identical edge work right there. That identical edge work right there. Yep, they were made by the same folks, Clovis. And those folks lived between 12 and 14,000 years before present, right here in California. 2 beautiful California Clovis biface, Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigies.